guys, major life update happening right now. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So this is 9 p.m. 2 nights ago, I got a phone call saying you only have 1 month for you to move out of your operations from the center that you're in because we're gonna start some activities there, so move out. We've been in the center where we have about 15-20 people coming in daily to work for us, and then just hearing that notice, I was just freaking out over the fact that we only had 1 month to leave and move everything that we've invested so hard on another place. So that night I remember I just started crying and bawling out. One thing that I told God was, I don't have enough faith for this. Literally in January, we kick-started the business. Everything was coming on track and we're healthy. And then on March, nearing to April was when this happened. And I just didn't have enough energy nor capacity mentally and emotionally and spiritually and physically to take on and embark on this big project. So I just started kind of just going to the Word. And then I opened up 1 Corinthians 13. Which speak about, so 1 Corinthians 13 was saying, even if you give all that you have to the poor, but you don't love, you gain nothing and you're nothing. That was such a rude awakening. I feel like God is just sobering me up. I always felt that if there's one thing that God says, possess these things, faith, hope, and love, but the greatest of all these is love. I have the faith to move mountains. I strongly believe that God can do miracles and wonders for the people that I serve through my mission and my work. I have a hope that one day that Jesus will right every wrong and every injustice is done will be repaid and every good deeds will be rewarded at the end of time. Do I love? That's something that I have to deeply reflect upon my heart, and I'm not sure if I can say that I love people even as I'm giving. It was just a really hard awakening, and then a friend of mine reminded me, you know what, Tom, you one time told me that you know that God is your CEO. Now it's your time to live that out. So I leave a voice note to my friend. This is what she said to me. He will always provide and bless us with more than what we can pray for, more than what we can imagine. I learned to have faith, stay hopeful, and give thanks no matter what. Even before He answers, even when nothing happens, God is always good. I believe that what you do will continue to bless others, blah, blah, blah. God will always bless, lead, direct you and your team. Amen. So today's the day. I'm gonna go to a notary to sign the contract and pay in full for 2 years. Honestly, leading up to this day, I've been super, wow, I just woke up. Leading up to this day, I've just been super anxious about just this day and paying everything up front. Of course, like the money currently at the bank, like it's taking a big chunk of our cash flow, and I don't know, I'm just praying that the Lord does provide and the space, the 3-story would actually be useful. Really have to speak words of faith instead of fear. I asked one of my friend/mentor called Peter, who runs this Wahoo group. I have thousands of staff. He has a really big warehouse, and I just asked him, hey, I want to be like you, but I don't even dare to dream of like having this 3-story ruko. You know, I'm not sure what the future is gonna hold. Then he told me tomorrow, when I first started, I also was offered 3 ruko, but I only took 2 because I was afraid. I was offered 2 warehouse, but I only took 1. Now everything is kurang. So it really just encouraged me that, okay, like let me take this big leap of faith. And then he told me, you're only gonna be able to fly when you jump. So jump. Leading up to this week, it's been a lot of like thinking and doubting myself, and I was kind of strayed away from prayer because I'm so stressed thinking about just the calculations of getting the returns and all that. I just feel being stretched so much with this. Anyways, let me take you guys off to this route. Sorry, Bu. Yesterday, I got the news. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Yesterday, I got the news that Liberty Society has won. Guess what? We got second place at Dinosaur competition. Here are some photos of. Oh, there we go. That's Clark. That's Dana. That's myself. Our happy faces as we got this. But honestly, like, it's such a blessing we have now in our pocket to spare for the center opening. It only covers for the rent money. I'm still praying for the rest of the funds, interior designer, contractor, furniture, not yet AC. But it's just so reassuring that God grants us this much that we have, and all we have to do is just give it back to Him and see how He will use it and multiply it and break it just enough to feed the whole city. So what I'm gonna do is just still continue to pray about it and bathe it in prayer, because good ideas is not enough. I want it to be God ideas. That's a little bit of update on our side. At least now we have $10,000 US on the back. Let's see what other miracle that the Lord has for us.
So on the top floor, the third floor, I put most of the storage here now for the fabrics, especially the wool. So for Saya American Para, they attach the pieces together.
This is the first room for meeting room. A lot of items are now being just filled here. Inventory. Now this is where if we made it that this can be a sampling room or like a room where you can just personal workspace study. My office will be here, and Elna's office will be where? Next door. Yes. We started again, just moving a lot of items now. Fixing this, donations from Chiara, from my sister, for kitchen, and Wirya is going to start painting for us. Yeah, here. No, here. So you're gonna paint on that wall, but you're gonna paint. Where is it?
She did not.
This one. We're gonna put another shelf over there. This is the back division. What are you making?
Only for training.
Oh, you're training. Interesting.